afternoon, Oksana. It is my pleasure to meet you and have you here for this interview. For those who may not know me, I am Claudette Reddick, founder of Cider Enterprises, business coaching and consulting company. My job is to help entrepreneurs harness the energy of their ideas to reach their desired business solutions. Oksana, my
Hello.
guest, please introduce yourself. She's visiting here from Russia in Chicago. So would you formally pronounce your name? So we'll have that, please.
Okay.
Correct.
Thanks, Claudia. I'm really appreciate for you to have me here. And my name Oksana.
Oksana.
Yes, my last name Romanchuk.
Okay.
And yes, I have professional fellowship here in Chicago for 1 month. Here I work for the community bank, but in Russia I work in one of the biggest private bank. We have got more than 150,000 entrepreneurs clients
Oh.
in more than
And this is a
50.
private bank in Russia?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So is it outside of Moscow or throughout the
Of
country?
course,
Or
of course, of course. We
branches?
have our branches in more than 50 cities, something like this. Yes, yes,
Phenomenal.
yes. Russia is a big country.
It is. It is. I met Oksana at a City of Chicago small business workshop, and she was just delighted to tell us, and actually share with us, the value and the tools that we have here in Chicago. And Oksana, would you just kind of briefly go by the value you saw in attending that workshop? What did it mean to you?
Yes, that workshop was about programs which you have got for just to support entrepreneurs and help them to develop their business. And actually, Small Business Administration is a great institute because we have got the organization like this only
Mhm.
1 year ago.
Oh,
Yes, and USA, it's a kind of role model for us. We are really eager to learn your experience, and to be like you, but in our country with our specific. And it's very interesting thing that it doesn't matter who you are. I don't know. You are a retired person.
yes.
You are a woman who has a small child, or it doesn't matter. Uh, or you veteran, you can hope to have some support from government, and it's great, because for us we have only adult entrepreneurs. We can define the different categories of entrepreneurs by their industry, for
Okay.
example, trade or manufacturing. But also we have young entrepreneurs, and now we have women entrepreneurs. That's
Oh,
all.
that's new?
Yes, it's
Oh,
it's absolutely new for us, and
okay.
we never have thought before that we can have some special opportunities for women, and they are not the same with others categories, because, for example, as I
Special.
yes,
Women.
yes, because
Yes.
for example, we have noticed that women are more eager to have business for children, for with some social specific because they are women. And
Yes.
and they need special opportunities. They are not ready to, I don't know, to produce maybe trains.
Trade, yeah, get into the export business
Yes,
right
yes,
off.
something like this. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
And
But you were sharing that Russia is now emulating, I don't know if you call yourselves capitalists. Is that what you're calling yourself? You've gone from communism to what I see as capitalism, where you would even entertain the idea of entrepreneurship, and especially with the women. That seems like a powerful way to increase the income for many people in your country.
yes, because now we have really difficult time. I mean, and our government believe in small medium business like a base for development of economy. And because we started to do our capitalistic things,
Hmm.
from not so many years ago. It was in our 90s.
Okay.
And maybe a few years ago, the government understood that entrepreneurs, they generate a lot of, big. They make big input in GDP.
In what?
GDP. It's
What
like
is that?
it's like GDP.
Oh, and the
Yes,
gross.
yes.
The GDP.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
My Russian English.
Yeah, okay, I just didn't understand it.
Yes. And if it's USA, it's about 50%. In Russia, it's about 20%. And when you have not really nice time in economical situation, you can make your risk diverse by supporting a lot of small businesses, enterprises, and it's really great, and it's what we are doing right now.
Well, I appreciate that because that's what I'm trying to be a part of here in Chicago. I believe for African Americans, this is our opportunities. We've been freed. And so entrepreneurship is certainly the way that you can
Yes,
develop
yes.
income streams that are viable, they're legal entities. We've been doing a lot of this already. So now let's bring it into the mainstream and become, on the tax rolls to do
Yes,
more.
but the problem is that, for example, we have still it's more prestigious to work in a state company
Oh, yeah.
like our the biggest company, oil, or sorry, it's not state, but our like biggest company with oil, with gas, or something like this.
Yes,
Then,
corporate America.
then to take a risk to your family, to yourself, and be entrepreneurs because there is a risk,
A huge
you are not
risk.
you don't work for salary, you work for yourself, and you
You
need
don't
to.
work, you don't eat.
Yes, exactly.
Kind of harsh, but
Exactly.
truly.
And what for example my daily routine, I mean, because of my job, I spend a lot of time to promote entrepreneurship like a way of life.
That's
And
what I do right here in
I can
Chicago.
imagine.
Yeah, and really what you're describing is pretty much my clientele. With my coaching and consulting, they're generally women. They're doing social entrepreneurship. They're creating groups and organizations that will employ or intern our youth, our men, and
Mhm.
all of that, and are viable. And they're usually passions of the heart that the entrepreneurship.
Of course,
Yes.
they need to be patient.
That's one of my questions with you. What most interests you about entrepreneurship?
Interesting, sorry.
Yeah, what are you most excited about when you think about entrepreneurship?
I think it's really great because the idea of your business was born in your mind, and then when you invest maybe your passion, when you invest your time just to
Yes.
develop it, and then a lot of absolutely new for you people will start to follow you, and it's yours, but there are a lot of people who appreciate you that you have made this, and I
Yes.
think it's really great because, for example, we have a story. It's a very famous entrepreneur in Russia. He's pretty young, and he has his pizza, you know, and pizza
Pizza.
like
Okay.
cafe or something like this. But the interesting thing that he doesn't live in Moscow.
Oh.
He lives in very small city, and in Moscow it's quite, there are a lot of
Urban.
opportunities, but in region no.
Mhm.
But it's not just one cafe. He made a franchise. You know what I mean?
Franchise?
Franchise, right?
Yes, I
Sorry,
do.
franchise. Yes, and Papa John's, actually American pizza,
Yes.
was his role model. Because he was small like
Mhm.
this, but Papa John's it's like this.
He used that
But he
model.
but he believed that
Mhm.
somewhere somehow someone they're gonna to be a competitors, and right now his franchise
Hmm.
has a cafe in, is I'm not mistaken, in 8 countries.
Oh, wow. He's
Even
really.
in Oxford, it's a city of USA. I don't remember the state, but there is city Oxford, small one. And just imagine, he was amazed by American people because when he was looking for first franchise person for his pizza in USA, some American guy decided to leave his big position in big company to open franchise cafe from
Yeah.
Russian guy. Just
Yes.
imagine. And it's great about American nation, I think, that American people, if they feel passion, if they feel that it's gonna
It's
be great,
possible.
yes, they're ready for everything. Really, they are ready to take risk and something like this. But for example, in Russia, we now just learn to do it because we had a great period of Soviet power, and it's hard for us, but it became better, and I hope it will be better and better.
Certainly it will if you continue to study and just take note of the great opportunities here, and not only in Chicago but other major cities. If you're an entrepreneur and you're
Yes.
needing support, there are all types of support out
Yes,
there for
exactly.
the startup, for the small business. I mean, you're now doing 200 million. So in some circles, that would be
And-
small business, but you can get the support and help you need to
And
grow.
just back to your question, and it's so exciting when you feel if we have very nice item,
Mhm.
like if you can dream it, you can do it, and it's only about entrepreneurship. You can do everything if you just want it. Very,
One of
very
our
hard.
sayings here in America is that if you build it, they will come.
Exactly.
So I don't know how true that is, as I noticed, how many stores are closing.
But it's
But,
inspiring.
oh, I wouldn't have it any other way. I am
No.
grateful to be at this point that I can really pursue my
But-
passion, and that's to encourage others. Get into it. You can do it. You're already a lot of entrepreneurs that work where they have cash flow. They've been doing something for generations, have taken care of a couple of families, and they are not aware. Hey, this is a viable business. It produces cash flow. We have money. We do things with this, and if I bring this into a legal entity, I
Yes.
have even more value here to pass along to those grandkids you've taken care of, to your children who you've raised. So I love entrepreneurship.
I can imagine.
Yes, yes. But I do appreciate, I'm not going to hold our additional videographer here, as long as she's got some McDonald's waiting. And we want to make certain that she gets that before it's too cold. But my sincere thanks to you for just taking the time out and talking with me and sharing your story.
It's my pleasure, really. It's so great, and I really would like to say that Chicago is amazing city, but a lot of amazing people live here, and
Oh,
it's
yes,
the
that's
most
why it's
great
amazing.
thing. Yes, yes, and really, you are cool. Yeah, I mean USA, Chicago, and people, and thank you, thank you. It was
Thank
my
you.
huge pleasure.
I appreciate
Do
you.
you say like this? Huge pleasure?
You say what you want. You're an entrepreneur. You
Did you
create,
understand?
you make things happen, so that's fine.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. And you have a great trip, and I'll be looking and listening. You say you have a month here in Chicago to see some of the other things
Yes,
that
I
you'll be
checked.
doing.
I checked the day when I need to leave. It's 20th of June in the
Okay.
morning.
Oh, that's soon.
Can we make a selfie?
Sure.
The world should know.
Most definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.